picturesque afternoon for football in the Northeast, and EA Sports comes to you from MetLife Stadium, just across the Hudson River from New York City. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start with the option. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Tavon Austin now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. All the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And the tight end goes in motion left. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Giants with a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. The sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
On 2nd and 11 now. Taylor. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19.
Here's Taylor to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Raven offense setting the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Dobbins. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Jackson now. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now Austin. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last series, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that ball to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then finished 5-6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a Bronco.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of 5 at the 6. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
Gano's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just a field goal.
I like to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so sound.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. And this Charles definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this and go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just call a running play looking to get a few yards. He's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure you catch it before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now we'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Taylor on first down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
Let's go now.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
19 side. 19.
Now Taylor to throw. He's able to find Miller. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Happy lying. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Taylor will throw. His throw incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a 1st down.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Cougar 19.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Come back in. Come back in.
They go play action with Taylor. Looking for Shepard deep. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
A dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And they'll get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, We step aside. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now Jackson on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. To throw is Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens are back within a score.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams are trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in Bill Washington?
74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
60, 60. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
To throw is Taylor. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand for this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw again on second down. Taylor, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
18, Pioneers. Big Lion. Hurt. Go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
David Ojabo running in to take him down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. On the return, Jackson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Boston elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Taylor. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Now a toss right to Barkley. Room here to run. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
The throw by Taylor there, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They go play action now. Taylor on the move to his left. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 36 yards on the play. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson, the man in motion right. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action. It's Jackson. And will be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get to the 31 and up for the 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Love has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. Travis Jones makes a tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
19. 60
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 5. Now they'll throw with Taylor. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. This is Miller, complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. So in Raven territory now, and here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Taylor to throw. Pass to Bellinger on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Barkley, toss play left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Taylor will throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this part of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, now the football became a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
this is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security turn.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need... Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick six, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jackson from the shotgun. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in the second half. Here's first and 10. Jackson will throw again. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 92% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, You might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. The corner right now, anything helps trying to solve this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 on time, got points, so that's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Once you got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run. But this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Dow Jackson.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now we expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter play.
Jackson to throw.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Jackson.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the former Giant, Landon Collins.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
And they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Cut, ready?
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
Ready up!
Things started off exciting this one. Had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And it was another really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about